Hey BookTube, Science Fiction Reads here with another recent reads and acquisitions. I haven't read or acquired much, but I thought I'd do a video anyway because I have the time. So my last video I was still on, I was right in the middle really of a Larry Niven binge. Quite surprising. His short fiction just really appealed to me. So I read most of what I had, and then I started a novel, World of Ptavvs or Tabs. Didn't much care for it. It just seemed not as well written as his short fiction, which, I mean, that's often the case. But I don't know. It just seemed messy and disjointed and just kind of all over. I still liked the parts that, at least from my experience, added to the world building of the No in Space universe. That's fun. And it didn't stop me from reading one more so far. After that, I just picked this up the other day, The Long Arm of Gil Hamilton. Now, stupidly, this is a collection of 3 Gil Hamilton stories. I didn't realize Niven's later book, Flatlander, collects all 5 Gil Hamiltons, including these 3, so had I have done my research, I would have bought a copy of Flatlander instead of this. Anyway, I read this next, and I quite enjoyed it. Gil Hamilton is part of the No in Space universe. I think fairly early on in the timeline. He's an Earth-based agent of ARM. He's basically like a technology detective. And the cool thing about him is he has like a telepathic or telekinetic arm. He lost his arm in an accident working in the belt. He got a new arm grafted on, but he found he still had this imaginary arm. And so they're just like noir sort of detective stories, but his imaginary hand always plays a part, and it's pretty neat because after the first one I was wondering, like, okay, how is he going to use his imaginary hand to solve this crime, or what's going to happen? And it's always interesting how Niven figures out a way to incorporate that weird trait he has. I don't know if there's other characters that have traits like this in No in Space. I know there's the Tila Jean or whatever her name is. I can't remember, from Ringworld. She has like the luck bred into her. Anyways, these were good. I'm going to have to get a copy of Flatlander so I can read the other 2. And I don't know if I'll keep that or not. But yeah, that's all I've read so far, and I probably will keep it because, I mean, it's got an uncracked spine. I am loving these Niven books. I really like these Ballantine ones that just have that funky 70s text. I've been collecting those. And I've rearranged some of my bookshelves so you can actually see... Oh shit, I guess you can't. I got my Nivens here. I guess you can't actually see those, but I've been enjoying collecting those. I got a few more to go. So that begins the recent acquisitions. Long Arm of Gil Hamilton. I also picked up The Flight of the Horse. I think these are fantasy stories, maybe, or science fantasy at the very least. Again, this is well, it's not Ballantine, but it's like the same. It's Del Rey, but it's the same text, same layout, same look. But I'm done with Niven for now. I'm taking a break. After that, I had an opportunity to buy this recently. I waited too long and it sold, but I got, finally, a copy of Walter John Williams' Hardwired, which I feel like it's not a well-known cyberpunk, but I feel like it's also, you know, part of the history of cyberpunk. This is a very early on, I think it's from 87. I forget who I saw recently mentioning it. Maybe Outlaw Bookseller or possibly Fit to Be Read mentioned this. I can't remember. That's how it came across my radar. I had already seen a copy and read the synopsis, so I knew about it. Then I saw someone mention it. I thought, okay, I'm gonna keep my eye out for that. And then I let a copy get away from me, and then another copy came out. This was $9, which I don't like paying $9 for an old paperback with a beat up spine, but this is kind of hard to find. I think this is very cyberpunkish. I didn't realize until just before this video that it's actually part of a series. They're probably, from the looks of it, loosely connected. but I am looking forward to checking this out. So after that, I think I have completed my Neal Asher collection, which was already almost complete, except I didn't have everything in the correct format. I want all my books to be the correct format. So I don't even think I grabbed all of them. There's a few I didn't grab, but here's a couple. Hill Diggers, I had a small paperback of this. Now I have the correct size. And The Engineer Reconditioned. This is a funky cover. This doesn't come in the size I want, but I had a tiny paperback of this. I like this. This is from Wildside Press, who also did, what they do? I think his Africa Zero stories. So yeah, the Niven, or the Niven. I got a lot of Nivens to go before I complete that collection. The Asher collection, with the exception of Weaponize, his newest book, I think I have everything. I'll put a little video showing them off, but I think I have all the Ashers now. I don't have The Engineer, which was an earlier version of this, and then they republished it, The Engineer Reconditioned, with 3 or 5 extra stories, so I'm not going to bother tracking down the original. Although if I see it in the wild, yeah, I'll buy it to be even more of a completist. But so there's that. And then Shawn Standfast on his channel recently posted a video where he was what was he doing? Wrapping books in like library quality dust jackets. So I asked him specifically which ones, and he sent me a link. And then I kind of got carried away. I bought 25. So far I've wrapped 20. And I mean, it just transforms your old beat up feeling, you know, classic hardcover. Just feels new, feels preserved. So I wrapped one and I became a little obsessed. I started wrapping all my hardcovers. I just love the feel and the look now. And they're protected, right? So thanks a lot for that, Shawn, because I've gotten carried away. I've already ordered more. I just put on a podcast and I sat there for like an hour wrapping books. So I've done a ton of those. And what am I gonna read next? I have no idea. I was staring at my shelves today. This is calling out to me. I might read this next. Most likely, I can't decide. Because it's bittersweet. I don't really want to finish my last story in the Instrumentality universe by Cordwainer Smith, but I'm gonna have to get around to it. It's calling my name, so probably that's what I'm reading next. And that's it for now. As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.